Back in 2017, I completely burnt out. It was a state of my life when I was depressed. I had nothing going on for myself. I was pretty much living on my credit card at one point. Felt like I had no one around me and I was trapped in the house. I had anxiety, I had panic disorders, pretty much you name it, I had it. And I never forget going to the doctors and the doctor saying that I had irritable bowel syndrome. I couldn't digest my food. I was struggling and I was going to see therapists through the NHS, trying to get my mind back in gear. And part of this is because I've lived and worked in sales and software sales for most of my career. I had a really bad experience with an employer years ago, and it pretty much drove me into having this burnout and facing all of those symptoms that I just spoke about. And it took me a while to get myself out of that hole. And part of the reason I have Muhammad Ali behind me is he was part of the person who was able to help me get out of this. I was watching a lot of his videos about just self-belief and the conviction he had in himself, whether he lost a fight, whether he won a fight. He always said, I am the greatest. He always had this intrinsic, unshakable belief in himself. And that started to help pull me out of that hole. But beyond all of that, there was something that I had to do in my life to really get me to a position where ever since 2017, I have never burnt out again. I've had this unshakable mental resilience and mental fortitude ever since. And I've been absolutely unbreakable. I've never come close to burnout again. And as I sit here and record this video, I can sit and look down this lens and know that there's no one in this world and there's nothing in this world that can break me mentally. It's taken a long time to get there, but there's a certain few activities that I've had to be really intentional about doing to get there. One of those things is building a personal operating system that's meant that both scientifically, I've been able to combine science with mental fortitude and bridge those two worlds together to create an unshakable mind. So what is a personal operating system? Really, it's about a system that breaks down the way that you live your life every day, the way you start each day, the way you operate each day, and the way that you end each day, to scientifically put you in the best possible position to keep your mindset healthy and opportune. So some of the things that I do to play into that, one is waking up and meditating every day, and then closing each of my day out with meditation. And I do 12 minutes in the morning, 12 minutes at night, so 24 minutes every single day. Now, there's tons and tons of research online for what difference meditation makes in your life and how it reconditions the brain to be in a position where it has more clarity, it's able to deal with things better, and it re-engineers the way that your brain and body think, act, and operate to put you in a position where you are just more resilient for the things that life has to throw on you. So do some Googling around the benefits of meditation, but I absolutely encourage you to make sure that it's part of your day and nighttime routine. The next thing is, and I've spoken about this on other videos, is cold showers. Now, cold showers are one of the early wins that you have throughout your day. It's that moment where you're really uncomfortable. Your brain and your body is telling you to get out. You weather through that storm. The conditions then start to feel normal. And then you start your day with much more clarity, because cold showers, they wake you up, they get your brain and your body firing, and they put you in a position where, as I say, you have that win throughout your day where you're able to then kickstart it on a high with brain clarity and a clear reduction in mental fog. Now, some of the other things are things like exercise. Now, when you exercise on any given day, you release positive endorphins that put you in a position where your brain is much more primed and you just feel happier, right? You release great minerals in your body, vitamins. It gets your body and your brain firing on all cylinders and puts you in a position where, again, you have much more clarity and much more fortitude because of all of the different things that your brain releases. Again, there's tons of research on this. So just search on Google the benefits of exercise on the brain and on the body. So what you start to see from all of this is it's a system, right, that you build around your lifestyle to optimize your ability to fire on all cylinders. Another thing is that I get weekly massages. So every Friday or Saturday, I get a 60 to 90-minute massage. Detoxes the body, relaxes the mind. So at the end of a heavy week, I know I have that concentrated time, 60 to 90 minutes, where I'm just in a pure state of relaxation, breaking down the body and putting it in a position where it's all about recovery. And having that intentional focused time every single week where I don't have to think about anything else but recovery puts the brain and the body in a state where it's only thinking about recouping itself, mental clarity, and you're starting to see a bit of a pattern around this personal operating system. So those are just some of the ways that I've been able to optimize myself to mitigate against burnout. The second half of this is all of the activities I've had to do to build my mental fortitude, to build my mental resiliency, things like aligning to philosophies like Stoicism and other things. But I'll start to talk more and more about that on other videos. I have done some in the past and I'll continue to do more moving forward. But take some of the ideas that I've spoken about right now, think about how you can introduce them into your own life to mitigate your opportunity to ever burn out, get into depression, beat anxiety, beat panic disorder, and anything that you might have gone through on that side of the house, because they're not fun. But I can assure you that you can live a lifetime of never having to deal with those things ever again. I hope this video has been helpful in some way. I'll see you on the next one.